Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. First episode of the year, yes?
Yep, first episode of the year.
And welcome to the newest episode of the Casual FPL. This is the prediction video. My name is Emmanuel and
I'm Jacob.
nice. Let's carry on, shall we? Last time we were here, not necessarily a week ago, but the last time we did a video like
Is this Michael? Okay, it is.
Yeah. Last time we were here, we saw a couple of games, and actually the games last week were very good. I think a lot of people hauled from FPL, but let's do the predictions and later we can look at that. Beginning from, and before we start, I'll talk about it after. But beginning from Leicester and Man City, I predicted a 2-2 a 2-2 draw, and you predicted Man City went 2-1.
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
2-0
if
win.
I had known, I should have trusted City more, but nah, they don't deserve it. So I went to Man City, they
Yeah,
didn't
man.
concede. So good luck to them.
That's
That's nice.
them. That's good. Do you think they are back?
Not yet. I feel like their good games might help them. So I think they are coming back gradually because these games are really easy. Alan scored, which is a
Alan
good
did
thing.
score, yeah.
So
And Savinho.
yeah. So if they can win their next 3 games are winnable, they've won one already.
Mm.
If they win the next 2, I mean, they're already picking up some form. So
Yeah.
it starts from there.
Starts from there.
And it's January already also.
It's January already.
Yeah,
Second half of the season.
They could do something in the window. I
Yes.
think they will.
Yes.
And that might help them.
Talk about windows. We probably are not going to buy anybody in Man United this window. Just sell. But Crystal Palace Southampton, I predicted a 1-1 draw, and you did a 2-1 Crystal Palace win. You did a 2-0 Crystal Palace win. It was a 2-1.
It was 2-1. I should have just swapped these first 2 scores. That would have been lit.
Yeah. It's very nice look at it in retrospect. I predicted Nottingham Forest to win by a goal to 0, and you predicted a 0-0 draw.
Yeah, 0-0 draw.
My boy Chris Wood was on show.
Yeah, man, Chris Wood.
And an assist. I knew it. Tears in my eyes. Fulham, Bournemouth. We both predicted 1-1 draws. And it was
this game.
Yeah, it was one of those games.
Yeah, man. The moment this guy scored the second goal, it was 2-1. I was like, I can just get out of my face.
Oh, and Spurs Wolves. I predicted a 3-2 Spurs win.
I predicted 2-2 Spurs.
And it was 2-2.
Oh, let's go! Come on!
Why did you not know?
Honestly, I've not checked it. I've not checked it.
Okay.
Let's go!
Congrats.
Spurs, man!
West Ham Liverpool. 3-0 Liverpool. 3-1 Liverpool. Liverpool went ahead and
yeah, man. I saw it dropping coming. I wasn't expecting 5. Well, yeah, man. West Ham can catch a break right now.
Yeah, man.
And Liverpool. United is their next game.
Yeah, man. I know, on Sunday. We all know.
Yes.
I mean, last season, we were able to actually hold our own against Liverpool. We drew, yes, in their home, and I think we won in the FA Cup when we met them.
Yeah.
But 2 seasons ago, when we went there, it was 7-0. Yeah, that was bad.
That
was really, really bad. Anyway, our team is now worse than it has ever been, so I don't know.
Yeah. It's actually worse.
I can't believe we actually get worse and worse than ever. It's like you don't think Man United could go any worse than this or bad than this, and then we show you, I can do you one better. Have you seen this before? We can play against Newcastle like we are kids.
Welcome to reality, bro. Welcome to reality.
Aston Villa. Oh yes, Aston Villa Brighton. 2-2 was the score, and I predicted it.
You predicted 1-1. Oh my God!
You see, it's fine. I told you I was going to climb up bit by bit, so I'm not going to.
Bro, relax. Relax. Yo, you're halfway there, man.
Ipswich Chelsea
via Brighton. Wow. Okay, Ipswich Chelsea.
Yes. Chelsea threw the towel.
Yep.
They dropped the ball.
I'll take this.
Yeah, man. You take it.
I'll take it.
You guys are in the title run.
I'll take it. Thank you so much, Ipswich. I'm glad and I'm proud I'm wrong.
My United Newcastle. I predicted United win 2-1, and you predicted Newcastle win 3-1.
Yep.
And we lost 2-0.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
That's sad.
Worst game I have seen from us. Actually, the worst first half I have seen from us this season. Brentford, Arsenal. I predicted a 3-1 Arsenal win, and I got it right. What was your prediction? 2-1.
I went 2-1. So Arsenal did me one better.
Yes.
But I'll take it.
Yeah. Do you know, this is probably the first time I've gotten 2 predictions in 1 game week.
Yeah, this is the first time actually.
So how many? What's my total now? 10?
Yeah, you're on 10. 17. I got 1 this week. You got 2.
Yeah. 10, 17. I'm coming, closing the gap. I've already gone past half.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm now catching up. That's how we
yeah,
do it, man.
yeah, man.
That's how we do it.
I've been on binary since game week 9.
How did you see your game yesterday?
Oh, actually, well, watching the game, it's honestly, it felt very boring. It felt slow, but we won, so I'm happy. And
Scruffy Goals FC.
yeah, hey, Scruffy
Set
goes.
piece
I love
Goals
it.
FC.
I'm beginning to see.
They just
I am reveling in the
right now,
mud.
I'm beginning to think that not all the corners are like intricately planned and everything. Sometimes they just
No,
hold their way into the post.
no,
They just play the ball into position like in their first goal. Gang ho, like just make sure knock the ball and push people out of it, knock the
no.
ball in. Who scored your first goal?
Let me
Who
explain.
scored?
Gabriel Jesus, it wasn't from a corner.
No, oh, which goal was it from the?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
one?
it was the second goal, the one that took us 2-1.
Yeah, who said
That
who
was
scored
Merino.
that?
Merino.
Merino,
Yeah,
exactly.
man, that was one of the reasons why he was brought into the team. Do you know his height? Since it was one that scored the header in the Euros final.
Yeah, that's true.
That guy is
Spain.
dominant. He's the most dominant player it's the most aerially dominant player in Europe as of last season. So I believe one of the reasons why Ateta got him was for area dominance. That's number one. That's on one side. Number two is you are right. There are some parts of the corner routine. I feel like right now our corner routines will be more chaotic, which technically might be to our favor because people have over analyzed our up to this point our previous corner routines. And the reason why I feel like it will be more chaotic is because our standard corner takers are not available.
Mm-hmm.
Rice doesn't start every game, which I really like because that guy needs a rest. If Saka had gotten the level of rest Rice is getting now, he will probably not get injured for 3 months. Now, Saka is injured for the next 3 months. So, all our corners from the right now, people will need to relearn the new routine because they are not being taken by Saka again. They are being taken by Nwaneri or Odegaard or whoever is on the pitch. So, that alone makes it a little bit more chaotic, both for us as a team and for the defenders that are trying to defend against us. So, that's number one. And then number two is I feel like the corner routine has gotten to a point where even if everything is not like pre-planned, like all those kind of training ground pre-planned, they've gotten to a point where they've mastered the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
So that they know, okay, as long as we put the ball in this area, we can model it up
That's how
and
it was
squeeze
like.
it. That was how that goal.
That was basically.
So they were like, okay, Saka is not here, this person is not here. It might not be as accurate and cleanly planned as we want it to be, but you know what? Just get it to this point.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure it out.
And that was what you did. And that's what you did. It was so
That second goal was so rough.
seamless.
The first goal was rough, honestly. Gabriel Jesus, party shot. Gabriel Jesus came in, bundled it in. That second goal was just.
Well, that last now.
Yeah,
You
I
guys
love
did
it.
well.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, they performed well, but the game is. I think this is more of an intentional plan from Arteta. He wants us to play very slow. So I think it's currently is risk averse.
Mm-hmm.
Don't rush anything. So sometimes you want the attack to flow very fast. Go pass it forward, and these guys just keep going back and going back. That's why it's difficult for us to score from open play. Really, set pieces feel like we are more threatening from set pieces than open play. But I think our attack is very slow and passive. It's annoying to watch, but working so far. I'm complaining, but I won't complain too much. Yeah,
man.
but that's it.
At
We
least
need something in January. I'm looking forward to January transfer.
You need something in general. What about us? God, I don't even know what to say. I don't know, man. Our team was terrible. Like I was telling you yesterday, our game against Newcastle on Monday, one of the worst games I've seen.
At what point do you look at the coach and say you can definitely do better than this?
Now, because he said it himself. He said he knows that the team has to learn the new way of play, but they have to do it while getting results.
Exactly.
This is really like really. This is I don't know.
You have to make do with what you have before you get your own players. And if you continue playing like this, you guys probably you'll be trying his techniques in the relegation.
I know, and
which is not acceptable.
Like I was telling you, I think he hasn't really gotten the players to buy into his. I don't know if the players really see him as the person we expect him or we see him.
That's if that is the way, if that is the real problem, that's unprofessional
Then
players.
why do because he keeps
what
on
do the
saying,
players mean they don't see him as best?
no, they keep at every interview he keeps on saying I need to sell the idea to the players. He has been saying it every single interview.
How foreign is the idea? Is it outside of football?
That's the thing. It
Is it
isn't.
some
So
rocket
for
science?
somebody to keep on mentioning that the players need to believe in the idea, the players need to sell, or he needs to sell the idea to the players. That means the players, why have they not been sold the idea now?
Now,
They should. It has been over a month. They should already know this is the way we are going to be playing, and we should all dedicate everything to it. Why is it so bad now? It's like all the players we saw flashes off on Monday. Everybody was bad. It doesn't matter who it was. Ahmad making the most terrible passes. He would run, make a lot of tackles and everything, but he would get the ball back and he wouldn't know who to pass the ball to.
If everybody is poor in the team, it's a systemic problem.
It is a systemic problem. I just think it is either the players, and it is more likely the first reason that the players are not good enough to play this particular type of football.
That's why they don't believe in the system.
Yes, they are not good enough to play this type because when Ten Hag came, he started playing his own way of playing football.
Mhm.
But then after a while, he changed to what we were playing under Ole and everything because he felt that was good or that gave him some results and everything. So we went back to the double pivot thing. We did the whole Fred and McTominay thing again, this time with Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo and sometimes with somebody else. And that is what we had been doing every single time. If we go back to what we had been doing, we wouldn't have made any change. We want to get somebody in who has the idea to actually make us have that identity. Right now, it looks like we still have the identity from 6 years back with different coaches because these coaches are a bit afraid to implement their tactics. I feel that if the coach is given the liberty to, I don't know, maybe his idea is a type of idea which is so surprising. He needs certain types of players to do that. These players are just not cutting, or the idea is just not good enough. But the thing is, we have seen the idea work somewhere else.
Yeah.
Do you get it? And it's not like you can say it's the Portuguese league and everything. You can't dominate the Portuguese league all your time there. Beat Man City. Do you get it?
That's one game though.
It was one game,
But
but
I mean,
they
they
have
were,
been
they were
playing
doing
well.
very well in the Champions League.
Exactly. He made Gyökeres. Imagine the moment he left the team.
Yeah, Gyökeres has fallen off, man.
Exactly.
So
he was
his
doing
tactics
something.
was working.
It was working somewhere. We've
tactics
seen
was
evidence
working.
of it, regardless of it being in the Portuguese league or anything. So we have gotten him. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to believe in it and everything. I really, really hope that he's able to stay till the end of the season. The only thing that has been consistent all this while is the players.
Yeah.
We have changed owners, we have changed managers, sporting directors, assistant managers. God, Benny McCarthy was our strikers coach at a point, he's left. Ruud van Nistelrooy became our striker coach, he's left. Everybody has come and left. The only people still there are the players that we have. So if anything needs to change, I think it is them. Yeah, for me, that's it.
I think two things. Number one is the coach needs to find a system that works. I think it will. Eventually, I hope it's not too late. But the coach needs to find a system that works, both for the players and for him, at least for now. Even if you're not winning, you should not be losing. Even if you're losing, you should not be losing this bad. The thing is not even that far they are losing. It's like
It's the way they are playing.
It's the way they are playing.
It's the way they are playing.
So it's so poor. So whichever way he looks at it, the current system is not working. So he needs to find a system that works, at least that can get him through till the end of the season. There's no problem with formation. Whatever formation he wants to use, it's fine. So of course, some formations are probably more optimal. But if your team plays a particular style of play to a very high level, you would be fine. So it takes time to build your team, especially given the fact that the way he plays his own football is different from the current setup.
To be honest, one thing, I'm sorry for cutting you off,
Oh,
but
that's fine.
one of the things I think makes me believe that the coach can turn things around was the Newcastle game. Because before the Newcastle game, we had played Wolves and lost 2-0.
Yeah.
But the loss to Newcastle is a better team than Wolves and everything.
Yeah.
But the loss to Newcastle was more devastating than the loss to Wolves because we were just sitting. We had down tools and everything. Everything was so bad. And he made just one change after 31 minutes. He took off Zirkzee and he brought on Kobe Mainoo.
Okay.
He moved Eriksen from the defensive midfield. He sent him up there. Kobe Mainoo came to occupy the defensive midfield. Then that was it.
They couldn't score.
And it cauterized the bleed. And we started actually creating chances. And that was it.
That was a good sign.
And that was
a good sign. He saw something in the game. His in-game management was very spot on. He saw that, okay, they were playing through, made some changes, and it stopped it. That's a good sign.
It was at the expense of Zirkzee.
Yeah, bro.
But it stopped it.
And it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
And I'm like, okay, now let's start. We are starting the games from minute 32. But that's fine. We started. So the game after that change was 0-0.
Yeah.
And then, yes, that was it. And for me, when I see something like that, I'm like, okay, cool.
There's
It
hope.
means that particular player was not able to play that position.
Yeah.
He moved him, he brought somebody on, and then that was it.
Mhm.
We have somebody who can play that.
So himself also is learning the
Mhm.
capabilities of the team and the players
Yeah.
who can do what works best against the kind of opposition. So it will take a while. Maybe the team is just worse than he was thinking they are.
It is worse than
And then
the team actually has been worse than. I'm sorry that I'm cutting you off every single time.
no, it's fine.
But
It's
the
fine. No,
team
it's fine.
has been worse than anybody else. It's like before Ole came, we thought the team was bad. With Mourinho, I'm now looking at the glory days. When I look at the glory days, those were the glory days. I thought the team was that bad, so Ole would come. Ole came, this, then the other. You're like, wow, the team has been worse than ever. Then Rangnick came. Rangnick told us the team is very bad. We were like, no.
Whatever you
Ten
guys did
Hag
on that
came.
line was terrible. That's right. That one was terrible. I think only won like one game in 11 or something.
7-7-7. He won 7 games, drew 7, lost 7.
21 games. Bruh.
And he was supposed to be the technical director and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy would have gutted the team. I'm sure most of the players we are complaining about now would not be there if we had kept him as sporting director and everything. But Rangnick.
Yeah. Oh, that guy was
he
always
said it.
pissed off, man.
He said it. That
his press conferences.
the canker we need to take, it's like open heart surgery. And we thought, you know what, we can do better. I mean, we have been better when Van Halen, Jose Mourinho were there. What are you talking about? Fred and McTominay were there in the early days and we were doing better. Let's bring Ten Hag. Ten Hag comes, brings it, makes it Ajax, Netherlands FC. And we are even worse than we thought we were. And now we're even worse than the Ten Hag thing. It's not even been 6 months. It's not even been 3 months. And we are worse than ever. It's like, okay. Let's see. It's like we can't even climb from the 13th position. We go to 13th, then we go back to 14th. 13th, 14th.
Yeah, like
half of the season, man. Half of the season. We have played 19 games and we are in the bottom half. Sorry I'm ranting so much. I won't interrupt you again. But
no, it's fine. I mean, yeah, that's United for you. Well,
let's do this week's prediction.
Let's do this week's prediction.
All right, cool.
Finally.
Let's start. Spurs, Newcastle.
I'm going 3-1 Newcastle.
I was going to go the same, but I'll go 3-2 Newcastle. 3-2 Newcastle.
I was going to go 4-2 actually, but I was like, let me reduce it 3-1.
3-2 Newcastle.
It might be a 4-2 game. Let me put 4-2 in bracket.
Actually, are you going to go 3-1 or 4-2?
I'm going 3-1.
4-2.
Yeah, go 4-2.
4-2 Newcastle.
Yeah, it feels like
it looks more likely that way.
It looks like a 4-2 game, honestly. But let's see.
Tottenham would just allow enough for.
Yeah. And then they will score enough.
Yeah, they will score, yeah.
I will stick with 3-1. Well, it feels like a 4-2.
It'll be chaos. Tottenham.
4-2 Newcastle, though.
4-2 Newcastle. No, not Spurs. It will be chaos.
Yeah, it will be chaos. Yeah.
Tottenham and Newcastle will just attack each other, but Tottenham will come off worse off.
Yeah.
Because they never learn.
They never learn.
Aston Villa, Leicester.
3-1.
3-1 Villa.
Yeah.
I'll go 2-1 Villa. Bournemouth, Everton. I will go 2-0 Bournemouth.
I'm going 0-0.
Yeah, Crystal Palace, Chelsea. I need Chelsea to respond, so 3-1 Chelsea.
It might be a 2-1 for Chelsea. I'll go 2-1 Chelsea.
And Man City, West Ham. 3-1 Man City.
Man City, West Ham. 3-1. 2-0 Man City.
I was going to say Kudus will score, but Southampton, Brentford. What do you think? Why don't you go so I steal off you?
Southampton, Brentford. Oh, of course. I'm going for a Brentford win. They would score. I will go 0-2 Brentford.
Yeah, I'll go the same. 2-0 Brentford.
That's fine.
Brighton, Arsenal.
Brighton, Arsenal. Yeah.
I'll go first. 3-1 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal.
Yeah. Fulham, Ipswich.
From Ipswich. Yeah, this game.
1-1 for me.
I'm going 1-1. Games of the balance. You went 1-1. Let me go 2-1.
Okay. Fulham, Man United. Sorry. Liverpool, Man United.
Yeah, this is the game, man. Massive dropping. I don't think it will be a dropping. I'll go 3-0.
5-0.
Wow.
Liverpool, yeah.
I don't think they will.
No, I think we can't do anything about it.
I'll go 3-0. I don't think you guys. You just talked about what he did against Newcastle. Do you know what Newcastle did in the last 3 games?
No, but it's Liverpool. Okay. I'm looking at who Salah and Gakpo are coming up against, and I don't know. I just don't see it.
I don't say
I don't
5
see it.
0.
I see 5-0.
I'll take a 5 0, honestly.
No, I don't know. I just, to be honest, I would
I
rather not
love
predict
it.
a 5-0. I just want to get a prediction right.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's about being
Yeah, because
realistic.
I can be optimistic and hope Man United can, but come on, man. Who am I kidding?
It could be a draw.
It could be a draw.
I'll be so elated, happy. Thank you, United. Let's go.
You're predicting a draw and lose it.
I
And just
mean,
forget
I'll
it.
probably lose it anyway, so there's no difference.
3-0.
Okay. Wolves, Nottingham Forest. Yeah, man. This feels like a 2-0
Forest win, right?
Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Kunya is not even playing.
Yeah, but I
So-
really need Wood to score more. So 3-1.
Got 3 and
I
Wood
think
does not.
Nuri is on form. He is still able to make a couple of assists and everything.
That doesn't mean someone needs to get at the end of the season. Hey, it's Strand Larsen.
Strand Larsen is there.
Yeah, man, the guy that pulls that team together is Kunya. Without him, I don't see what that team will do right now.
Nuri made an assist last season. Last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Last game week.
Yeah,
I don't know. 3-1. I mean, I don't need to convince you to go my prediction.
I'm definitely not going your prediction. So 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
Okay,
Forest win.
I'm going 2-0 Forest.
I want us to look at last time we were here. We were talking about the predictions for top.
Oh yeah, top 4. Oh,
And
yeah, that's true.
My top 4 were Arsenal, Man City, Tottenham, Man United. And yours were Arsenal, Man City, Newcastle, and Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yes.
Oh,
And your relegation team were Nottingham Forest, Leicester, and Southampton.
Is that accurate?
Yes. The only thing inaccurate about this was I arranged it the other way around because you said you meant Nottingham Forest at 18th, Southampton 19th, and Leicester 20th.
Oh,
Whichever way it is, you predicted Nottingham Forest to go on relegation.
Oh,
And now they are
hey,
second.
Chris Wood. This is a
Apologies.
apology.
Make apologies.
Nuno Espirito Santo. Personal apology. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I did not know what I was doing. I can't believe this.
I know. I thought I had made a house.
I thought it was you.
No, it wasn't me. I also thought it was me, but then I looked at it. I'm like, oh, I said Bournemouth. I mean,
Yeah,
Bournemouth is not supposed to be
far
there,
from
but
it.
your Nottingham Forest, that is the farthest cry.
Oh, Southampton. Then I think Nottingham Forest. I think Ipswich will survive.
Evidence.
Oh man, what was I thinking, man? What the? Yeah, man, that was terrible.
Okay.
That was terrible.
Okay, so that's the whole point of this.
That was terrible.
So
I can't believe I did it. If not because I'm watching this video, I wouldn't believe it. Because in my mind, I knew Nottingham Forest was already playing very well. Not like super good, but they were already picking up form before the end of last season. That was why Chris Wood was in my team from the beginning of the season in FPL. What was I thinking? Nah, that was terrible. Wow. Tears, man. The first one that we had, maybe that one will have been more realistic. I wish we kept that one.
Which one?
The one that they didn't record. This prediction, we did it twice.
That's true.
This
We did it
video
twice.
is the second video. So I would say to save my face.
No!
It's possible.
You had the opportunity.
It's
No,
possible.
You said the same thing.
It's possible Nottingham Forest was not
You
there.
said the same
But
thing.
I think Nottingham Forest was there.
Very quickly now, let's do it again. So right now, the top 4 are Liverpool, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest,
Chelsea.
and Chelsea.
And
the bottom 3
Yeah.
are Ipswich, Leicester, Southampton. I predicted Ipswich and Southampton and Leicester in the bottom 3, as did you, yes?
Yeah. So you had mine flipped the other
Yeah,
way. It was
it
supposed
was
to be
flipped.
Leicester last, Southampton 19th,
Yeah,
and then
mine too.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Nottingham Forest, man. Hey guys, I'm sorry, guys.
yeah, man.
I'm
So
sorry.
now let's do it again. Who do you think is going to win the league? Like, what do you the top 4 are going to be, and then the bottom 3 are now? The way it looks like.
Right now, the league is Liverpool's to lose.
Mhm.
So I think all things being equal, Liverpool will win the league. I'll
also put Liverpool first
yeah,
for me.
I'll be hoping a part of me still has Arsenal, but yeah, I don't want to overthink it.
Yeah,
All things being equal, I think Liverpool will win the league. Because I mean, 9 points buffer, it's a lot. They have enough chance to slip up and pick themselves back up again. That's if Arsenal does not even slip up, which I don't think is going to be the case. So, anyways, that aside, I think it's Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea. I feel like Chelsea will find their form again,
Mhm.
and Newcastle.
For me, I want to say mine really quickly before maybe
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
you say
yeah.
next changes. Liverpool, I think Arsenal are going to be happy to finish second.
What do you mean?
Because
Happy?
that's what you always do.
Look at this guy. Look at
Stop
this throwing shit. Anyway,
I
I'll never go
expected,
there.
I expected Arsenal to win the league, and look what's happening. You expected Liverpool to be fourth, and where they are. You expected Nottingham Forest to be 20th or 18th, and now they are third. So I don't
Okay.
know.
All right.
So Liverpool, Arsenal, glad to be second,
Okay.
but I think Man City will come third, and then Chelsea fourth.
You have a point. Man City, man. We can't write off City. We really can't write off City. It depends on what they do in the window.
I think Man City are too big to not do something about what they are going through now.
I think they will do something, but I don't think they are too big not to make it not to make it to the top four. I think they are really big. They might pull off an Arsenal under winger those last days where they just go on a massive rally at the end of the season and then they squeeze into the top four, that kind of thing. So they might be able to squeeze their way. But honestly, if not for their recent run, I will totally write off Newcastle. But from what I'm seeing now, I'm still putting my money on Newcastle. Like, I had them as a shout from the beginning of the season because I feel like the team is good enough, but the team is not large enough. So whenever last season when they had the pressure of multiple competitions, the team fell apart, multiple injuries here and there, and all of that. Now, I don't know why it took them this long to get their sense together this season because they were not doing anything serious. So, but now they are getting themselves on, and we've seen Newcastle before. Whenever they are on this massive run, they can keep up this form till the end of the season. So even if they lose some games here and there, I think Newcastle will be in and around the shout for top four. So I'll put them fourth.
And what about Chelsea?
I'll put Chelsea third. I think Man City will lose.
Okay, you think Man City won't be there. So your prediction is the same.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
Man City.
cool.
That's a bold move.
It's a bold
I'll
one.
probably be wrong, but let's see how it happens.
Yeah, I mean it's a bold one from my end to thinking Man City will climb all the way up to third.
No, I mean it's not far away. Really,
It's not far away.
They are 31st. I'm sorry, they are on 31 points, and Chelsea that is fourth right now is on 35 points. That's just 4 points. Yeah, it's not a mile off. The only person that is way ahead of them is Nottingham Forest in third. So if we are still expecting Nottingham Forest to fall off, and that's the way I look at the table. If you're expecting Nottingham Forest to fall off, that means we're expecting Chelsea to catch Nottingham Forest, for example, which is 2 points, which is very doable. If Chelsea can catch Nottingham Forest, and City can catch Chelsea, City can catch Nottingham Forest.
I think so. I really think Man City can catch. I think Newcastle might have one or two players injured, and they might not have the answer for it. Somebody like Isak would go off, and then they might not have somebody to come.
Yeah, which is definitely going to happen at some point.
And that's going to put them in a drought. They're going to draw a few games, but in the top half of the league, if you draw a few games, you might have as well lost them. Yeah, so I think Man City will capitalize on that and do that. And I think Chelsea might just falter along the way somewhere when they put Cole Palmer in the Europe, when they get to the knockout stages and they have to.
So you are saying City third, right?
Yeah, City third, Chelsea
and
fourth.
Chelsea fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You guys are disrespecting Nottingham Forest again.
I'm sorry, but I feel it is much easier to disrespect Nottingham Forest than Man City.
Well, you have a point there. The reason why the jury is still out on City is because I feel like without Rodri, it's difficult for City to pull a consistent run of games where they win, like all those 5 games, 7 games, 10 games winning streak. And I think that's the major problem. If they get a DM in January, it might make it easier, but you will be asking a lot of a DM to replace Rodri with an instant impact. Replacing Rodri is almost impossible in the first place. Replacing Rodri instantly is a different ballgame entirely. So that's it for me, though. I'll put City fifth.
Now that I look at it, Man City, they went with Rodri for a month. Without Rodri for a month.
Yeah.
Won all the games. They had drawn one game with and without Rodri.
Yeah.
Each.
Yeah.
So the reason I put Man City third, I just wanted to really justify my reason for
putting Man City third. It's fine. Yeah.
It was, I feel, the first half of Man City now has been deemed a failure with 31 points.
Yeah.
If it is safe to assume that the next half they are going to have just a little bit of improvement.
Yeah.
And win, I don't know, maybe 4 more games that they have lost.
Yeah. That will be 12 points. That's 43.
Yes.
43 plus 31.
I don't know, 74 points.
Yeah.
And if the teams that have been really, really performing in the first half continue to do exactly the same as they have been, Man City was to be better than them. Like Chelsea. Chelsea would have 70 points.
Yeah. and then City will be on 74 points.
Yes.
So City has a chance to nick Chelsea off.
And also, I think Man City have been in the situation where they have won the league and still played in all the big competitions at the same time
yeah,
with the same players only a season ago.
yeah,
So I don't know. That's just my point. But that was
yeah.
all
I
unnecessary.
mean, it's difficult to write off City, honestly. I think it's just recency bias. That's why I'm putting them out.
Let's look at the relegation battle.
Yeah, I'll still put them fifth just to be an outlier.
Yeah.
I'll see. I hope I'm right. I'll probably be wrong. Yeah, I want to see it happen. But yeah, City is that team, man. You really cannot write them off. If not because they are way far behind, I would not even want to write them off of the title challenge.
Mhm.
But I think they are out of it now. This is top four. I'm putting them fifth, but I know I'm wrong. But I'll
That's
take
fine.
it.
That's fine. Relegation.
I'm not even overthinking it this time around.
Same thing. I mean, we both were right with
Southampton last.
last.
No, yeah, Southampton last.
Last, yes.
Southampton are definitely going to be last.
Uh-huh.
Leicester 19th.
Mhm.
Ipswich 18th. I feel like the two of them are going back.
Okay. I also think the same. However, I have a question for you. Do you think that if January somebody snags Cunha, Wolves would probably take Ipswich's position?
It's very possible. It's very possible Wolves will take Ipswich position because they're not far away from it.
1 point.
And that's with Cunha. And they started picking up from. No, I was saying it. I think like 7 weeks ago. There about that. Wolves, their performances betrays their position. They are performing better than they actually are. And there was a time they started racking up points, but after a while, it stopped again, and then they started wobbling. They are better than 17th. They've been very unfortunate this season. They have some really good players, but if someone snatches Konya this January, I think Ipswich might just edge Wolves. They might just edge them because right now they are just 1 point ahead. So, and Ipswich was the team I had to survive in the first place at the beginning of the season because I was like, I feel like
They would
they might
survive.
just have enough in them to snag or to just nip it. Something like a 17th position, 2 points difference, that kind of thing. So, if someone snatches Konya from Wolves, I would update my prediction.
Yeah, man.
If
It would be easy.
all things being equal, I think Wolves will just with
will
a player like
capitulate.
Konya and Strandasen and Nori, those kind, they might just have enough to be able to nick a couple of points here and there, and then they win the escape relegation.
Yeah, another question. Now, Man United,
Yeah.
we are 7 points away from relegation and
Yeah.
I don't know, 12 or 13 points away from the top four.
Yeah.
Do you think? I don't think we are going to go in the relegation, but I do think that we are going to get to the top half of the season.
The top half of the top half of the season is not
The table,
of
sorry.
the table. The top of the table is not far away. It's just
It's not
5
far
points.
away,
It's
yes,
just 5
5
points
points.
away from you. I think you guys can, because I mean it's been terrible right now. You guys have lost 4 of your last 5 games. So I mean, and that was what got you to this point. If you guys had won just 2 more of those last 5, you will not be where you are right now. That would be 6 points. You will be probably 9th or 10th, something like that. So I think you guys can still. I think you guys will turn it around.
I think so.
Uh,
I think right now the Premier League has become such that it's too difficult. Mediocre can't get into the top four, man.
Yes,
You have to be very good.
Not even top 4,
Like
top
top 6,
I would
even
think
Europe.
top
Let's
6,
just say
yeah.
Europe.
You can't get into Europe being mediocre.
Yeah, you can't.
Because, and that's the thing with the league. Like you can fake it through a cup run. You can fluke it and win a trophy here and there, but you can't fake it in the league.
No, man, you can't.
The ultimate prediction of how good you are is the league table. That is the best predictor because you play everybody fair and square, evenly. No scrub game, penalty shootouts here. No, it's even. You play everybody and then you judge your
Home and
real
away.
performance, home and away. So you can't fake it. You can only fake it so far. And look at City after Rodri, a couple of games like
Yeah,
they were winning,
yes.
but the moment people figured out this was what was wrong,
And then that was
boom,
it.
they got it, and then they couldn't win again. So that's just the way it is. Once people figure out your template, which
It's
is
just
what
difficult.
I hope that is not the case for
Man United.
Maresca, Chelsea. Yeah, I hope it's not the case of people are beginning to figure out because
I hope it is the case for them.
it's looking likely. So I think they will still win some games, but right
It's going to
now
be difficult.
it's going to be more difficult for them now. It will need to update some things because they are beginning to counter their formation, the way it moves Palmer and then switches Enzo and Caicedo. People are beginning to counter those movements. Now Palmer is no longer having that freedom to roam, and they are pinning their their wingers and also their fullbacks are not allowed to roam freely like that. So I think some of those things he would need to update his
Strategy.
strategy, or they just become more aggressive on the ball. And
Yeah.
also he rotates a lot. So maybe that also he will need to tone that down. So something like that. The league is very difficult.
It's very. I look at the teams above Man United, and I'm like, who can we really?
Yeah, look at West Ham. Like
yes,
West Ham have been piss
they are
poor
big
this
poor.
season.
I know
Very
we are
poor.
probably going to be better than, but I look at, see, we want to get into Europe. We want to get into Europe. Champions League top 4, Europa League 5, 6, Conference League 7. Who are we going to take all the top 7s? Like Aston Villa is not there yet.
It's not
Tottenham
there
is not
yet.
there. Brentford is not there. They are all playing better than us.
Fulham, man, Bournemouth. I mean, that's the thing. Like all of these things, you need to do better than all of these things
We have
combined.
to do better than all of these people to
Yeah.
get there.
It's a tall order. I feel
Yeah,
like
man.
looking at your next couple of games, you guys will likely be in a relegation scruffle first before you make an upturn, because your next couple of games are really tough. So the way I see it, I feel like you guys might, because for example, if you lose against Liverpool, you are now in a full-blown relegation tussle.
Yeah, man.
Because that will be if any of those guys win.
Crystal Palace wins.
Yeah, because I think
then
you're
we
like
get to 15.
5 points ahead of them, something like that. So
yeah, we are 5 points ahead of
yeah,
Everton.
your next games are
Wow.
Liverpool, Southampton, Brighton. Okay, you have some good games coming up. So it's just Liverpool. Now, if you can't beat Southampton, that's a blow for that's a blow for blow kind of battle. If Southampton gets any kind of point off you, that's premium relegation tussle. So I will expect you guys to win against Southampton. So, but before then, if any of these guys win any of their games, you will now be.
Well, we lose again, and Crystal Palace wins, we go to 15.
You go to 15th.
We can't afford. Well, when we lose,
I don't
this
think
week,
Crystal Palace will win.
yeah, of course, we just have to assume that they're not going to win.
Their next game is Chelsea.
So maybe they won't win.
Yeah.
But if they do, then wow.
Really, that's the call. Like wow.
Anyway, that's it, bro.
Yeah, that's a long one.
New predictions, right? We've made them.
New predictions.
Exactly. This time, no Nottingham Forest at 18th or 20th.
Yeah.
Or in relegation whatsoever.
It's just funny how we might still be wrong.
Oh yeah, we could still be wrong.
Especially this season.
Yeah, man.
I feel like this has a lot of surprises.
Too many surprises.
The only thing that's probably guaranteed right now is maybe Liverpool has now top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not even completely guaranteed, but at least it's looking more realistic.
Well, you can say Liverpool top 2. That's
or
almost guaranteed.
Maybe almost guaranteed Liverpool top 2. Maybe we just say Liverpool top 2. The rest, that top 4 tussle is going to go down to the wire. Down to the wire. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, that's it, man.
We are done. Man United are not there. We were not there when Ten Hag was there. Now that we are like this, we are nowhere.
You guys are in the relegation scruffle.
Yeah, we just need to.
Oh man!
I think this season we just need to get to the top half of the table. We might not play Europe next year. I thought we were going to play Champions League next year.
We
might not play Europe next year.
You are delusional. Champions League, man. This guy he had Tottenham in his top 4.
We might not play. I didn't have Tottenham.
You did.
Did I?
In your first one.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah,
of course, because I trusted Ange.
Oh, bro.
I trusted Ange.
Listen and learn.
At least I saw this and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be delusional about Man United. I must well bring Tottenham.
Exactly. Like let me bring a partner.
Yeah, but what made me not bring Liverpool?
I won't look delusional.
I was like, is Klopp that good? Is Klopp that good of a goal that nobody can? What do you mean? I disrespected Liverpool players, and I'm sorry. I thought without Klopp they could do nothing. And I'm really, really sorry for that. I also thought Salah might have left, to be honest.
I told you, I was like, the crop of players Liverpool have already, even with a bad man, like these guys are still one of the best players in the league. Even with a poor manager, of course, it will be terrible with a poor manager, but
no, man,
they still add Salah. Salah is still Salah.
You saw the assist.
Van Dijk is still Van Dijk.
You saw the highlights for their goal, their game against their 5-0 win
against West Ham. Yeah, the assist by
Salah. It's like he wasn't even trying.
This guy was no longer trying, man. He barely breaks a sweat at this point.
And so many chances wasted.
Yeah.
And in the second half, the assist to took the ball from this, and he just went. He just went through everyone.
He went through everybody, and he was like, yeah, man, yeah, you know what? Make it make sense.